The little wolf, who grew up among the shepherd's flock, has returned after several days, but things are not looking good. His instincts are becoming stronger, and today he was caught attempting to attack the sheep. Fortunately, the shepherd's loyal dogs were there to intervene just in time, preventing what could have been a tragic moment. This event has raised a critical question. Can the little wolf truly coexist with the flock, or is his wild nature starting to take over? With the arrival of winter, a new challenge has emerged. The shepherd's nomadic journey is coming to an end, and the biggest dilemma now is, what will happen to the little wolf? Until now, he has been trained in the open wilderness where he had complete freedom to run, play, and explore. But once this nomadic life ends, his movement will be severely restricted. He may even have to be confined in a kennel, something that could go against his very nature. The shepherd finds himself torn, wondering whether the wolf can truly adapt to human society or if he will eventually have to let him go. As the little wolf grows, his true instincts are becoming more apparent. Even though he hasn't hunted yet, it doesn't mean his hunting drive has disappeared. Recently, as lambs were being born in the shepherd's flock, the scent of blood stirred something deep within him. He kept circling around the pregnant sheep, his eyes filled with curiosity and something more. An instinct he might not even fully understand himself. Eventually, when his behavior became too aggressive, the shepherd's loyal dogs immediately blocked his path, standing as a firm barrier between him and the flock. The video reveals an interesting truth. The shepherd's dogs have always known that the little one is a wolf. However, because their owner cares for him, they had no choice but to accept him. But the wolf's intelligence is remarkable. The moment he sensed hostility from the dogs, he quickly changed his approach. Instead of resisting, he pretended to be friendly, rolling on the ground, wagging his tail, and creating a playful atmosphere. His deception was clear. He wasn't submitting. He was simply waiting for the right moment to make his move. A few days later, the land was blanketed in snow. The temperature dropped, and food became scarce. Realizing that survival in these conditions would be impossible, the shepherd made the tough decision to migrate with his flock to lower grounds. But during this journey, an interesting sight unfolded. While the flock struggled to navigate through the harsh conditions, the little wolf and the shepherd's dogs were joyfully playing in the snow, treating it like an exciting new adventure rather than a struggle for survival. Throughout the journey, the little wolf often walked ahead of the group, only to stop and look back, as if waiting for the shepherd to catch up. He playfully nudged the shepherd, trying to grab his attention, hoping for a response. But the shepherd was too occupied with leading his flock to engage in games. When ignored, the wolf sulked and tried walking away, hoping to be called back. But his trick didn't work. The shepherd had other, more pressing concerns. At midday, when the shepherd finally paused to rest, the little wolf and the dogs gathered around him, trying to express their hunger. However, there was a noticeable difference in how they did it. While the dogs simply stared with hopeful, pleading eyes, the wolf took a more dramatic approach, pretending to eat snow, as if trying to demonstrate just how hungry he was. His behavior was theatrical, yet effective. It was clear that he was learning how to communicate with humans in his own way. By evening, the journey finally came to an end, and they reached their temporary shelter. The stored hay ensured that the flock would no longer suffer from hunger. But now, the real dilemma remained. What would become of the little wolf? Traditionally, as winter begins, shepherds return to human settlements with their flocks. But this year was different. The presence of the little wolf made the shepherd hesitant. If he took the wolf to human society, would he be able to fit in? Would people accept him, or would they fear him? And if he couldn't adapt, should he release him into the wild, where he might not survive on his own? At the same time, another undeniable truth lingered in the shepherd's mind. Ever since the little wolf became a part of his life, his YouTube channel had exploded in popularity. Viewership had skyrocketed, and with it, his income had significantly increased. The wolf had become more than just a companion. He was also a source of success. This realization made the decision even more complicated. That night, due to the bitter cold, the shepherd decided against slaughtering a sheep for food. Instead, he fed the dogs and the little wolf with simple flatbreads. The little wolf, now accustomed to eating cooked food, ate cautiously, always staying alert. Even as he adapted to new habits, his natural instincts had not completely faded. He was still a wolf, living in a world of humans and dogs. But this story is far from over. In fact, it raises a bigger question. Will the little wolf ever truly integrate into human life? Can he continue to suppress his natural instincts? Or will there come a day when he must return to the wild, to the life he was always meant to live? Perhaps we will find out in the upcoming videos.